I think Bard is such a good answer as well into these type of semi-global comps because he allows you to rotate so much faster. Then you have Jin who can follow up really easily. It was Carrier that was just, I think it was on Bard. Yeah, but Carrier Bard was just missing like 6 Qs and then he locked in and he didn't miss any.
Oh yeah, Buzz coming on over. This is not when Zeus wanted to go for the dive, and that is first blood over to Perfect. That was very optimistic.
Yet really with troubles that started during...
Oh, hook and a connect here. Level 5 for Delight as he does have to flash to get himself out of the way, but it is a gorgeous Cosmic Binding as BDD still comes over. The Realm Warp comes in. Double Taunt does come on down as the curtains have been called, but Cuz will show up and down goes Zeka as well. That is Feats of Warfare and the KT roller coaster is going up, baby.
Pretty sure all of us predicted Hanwha Atlas. I don't want to overreact. I'm just saying, it's putting it out there.
And I also think that even if KT win game 1, the chances are low.
Yeah, but come on.
2,000 gold lead, which is kind of nutty.
Test for Perfect. He's passing it. He knows his team is taking Dragon. He needs to leave.
Back home.
He's going back home. Wait. Oh, you said flub a dive.
Yeah.
I thought you said flubber dive. I'm like, is that
if Zach was in the game,
that's
Elastic Sync.
I'm like, are you talking about the movie?
All right, well, now they're just going to wait until Gwen is not immune. And she's not immune, and there goes the perfect game. So there we go. We don't need to talk about it anymore.
No,
Pants.
Just add the rider. What's Jason's Twitter?
Yeah. All right, Peanut is going to come in and look to see whether this Rift Herald is going to be going down or not. As Shelly loses interest, we'll be able to go back to the pit as HLE, still looking for more as Perfect, does manage to sidestep the Cosmic Binding, and the Heroic Entrance does come down. No knock-up onto Perfect right now as Cuz turns up, and KT, everyone there to protect Perfect. The Magical Journey did come on through there, and now the rest of HLE are coming on over. Nice knock-up with the depth charge, but Peter is still going to go down. Tempered Fate going to connect here as now Perfect is going to be the target. Decent double taunt there as Perfect goes down, but now Doctum finding all of the damage as BDD gets in amongst it, and the Magical Journey is not able to get the Bard out, but Viper and Zeka will survive.
And a back and forth here ends up going in favor of KT. A 2-for-free trade. Herald gonna go their way surely as well.
Might actually be able to survive, but...
Yeah, I think he needs to...
Yeah, hook gonna connect here onto Zeus as Cuz is moving over. Zeus is gonna be able to get out of there, and I would expect that KT will head back towards this Dragon relatively soon, but with this turret going down...
I think that Zeus ulted the wave there, which is what...
Peter looking to come in here as HLE... This is a little dangerous as the Cosmic Binding is going to go wide. Deadly Flourish does connect as Perfect is making his way over. It's a dangerous position, but he's able to just slip his way out. Tempered Fate going to come through as the curtains have been called. There is Cuz locking down the Dragon, but immediately the KT players fall. And HLE finally finding themselves a good team fight angle as Chemtech Soul as well, Ox. Man, just be paying a little bit more attention. That would be absolutely fine. But that is 4 on the floor here for KT.
You're building towards the Soul point. You're building towards Soul. Not the case, though, is Zeus.
Yeah, the equalizer is pretty nice here, but still, Zeus is well and truly dead, and Cuz is able to walk it off. So there's a nice little pick, evening out the kills here once more.
And that's what they got to keep looking for. That's where I think KT still have a really big edge. It's their ability to get onto a side lane, punish the Rumble, punish the Galio, equalizing the gold lead a little bit, but that alone not going to be enough as, oh boy.
Yep, Perfect going to be having a little bit of a struggle here as the Meep Slap came on down. There is the redemption for a bit of extra damage there as well, as the Needlework is actually keeping him alive pretty well as, oh my goodness, Perfect almost does it! But Peanut is able to lock him down in the end with the help of Zeus and Delight. Oh man, Otacon up and available now as well. No teleport here. 30 seconds on Perfect. We'll see whether they do commit to this, but with Peanut so low, it is not something that they're looking for.
On that one, you can't excuse Perfect. He's that far up against Bard, with no turret.
Yeah.
With Otacon on the top side of the map. Now, it won't lead to anything because it was able to get a sufficient counterpunch. BDUs also pushing it the bot side of the map.
Straight out the gate, so the damage souls just weren't available anyway, right? Kind of new.
I actually think... Oh.
Okay, BDD will be able to find the Rune Prison as Justice Punch comes on through. Stun going to be avoided pretty well, but HLE They are just on the Otacon, and they'll sacrifice their Galio for this. KT still over here, looking for an opportunity, but Cuz has no way of getting on in.
BDD,
so this
too
is
late.
just
push.
Oh, okay. Well, Perfect is still going to try for something as the exhaust goes down onto the clone. The depth charge comes in as the Tempered Fate, not exactly the most optimal. Still Delight taking a lot of damage as BDD finally going to get in here, and Doctom is going bananas. In goes Zeus, but he will fall down as the Deadly Flourish not quite working out as BDD gets the Seraphs, and oh my god, this rise! Eventually he does go down as the bullets do not rain true, and Doctom!
That Perfect's able to do, and also this really kind of helping out Ult from the light, as you highlight, because they were getting toasted. It was just the two of them, and I think that the fight wouldn't have been as close as it was, but there's still so much damage being done. Viper staying just out of range of BDD, keep getting closer.
The best way to be disappointed.
But they're never there.
Nope. Well, Baron is just going to get started here by HLE, and it's going down pretty quickly, especially with this Leandri's on the Rumble.
They don't know.
KT, yeah, they are going to move into the river, and I think they've got a decent idea as to what's happening right now, as Cuz, can he actually get in? Tempered Fate is going to go wide as Cuz bounces on top of Delight, but the Baron is just done, and HLE are just looking to get themselves out of here. Even the Deadly Flourish is connecting beautifully. Peter is going to go down. The knockups do come on through as the Cyclone is working out in that backline, but Peanut is still going to fall down. Now they just need to keep these Barons alive as Doctom will find Viper, and Zeus is not going to last too much longer. Only one Baron will remain. And it's Zeka actually moving into the mid lane here to look to take down an outer turret as well, getting the one remaining Baron to use already.
I'm loving the mayhem, Atlas. I don't really know what the takeaway is. The fact that it's really only Zeka that holds onto it, I think is actually a pretty big deal. Spot the ward, Zay's looking on the flank. BDD does not get to clear it as Peter looking off. Gets the Hex Flash, Banana Brush Control is there.
Yeah, Banana Brush Control, that's what we want as Peanut gets into that back line, but he's just going to go down. Tempered Fate actually keeps Cuz alive, of all things. That was ridiculous, as now Zeus going to get knocked down. It's a double kill for the Corki. This is going to be Soul for KT. And the roller coaster, yeah, there was some dips, but that's what makes the ride fun.
It's always just one more game before the roller coaster goes up and comes down. We were just scaling that hit. We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We knew the moment was there. That's the soul, and that might very well be Hanwha Life fully losing control of this game. This is up. I think they can actually try and play toward it, as I love this classic Death Brush. Trying to catch Perfect on the sideline, but he knows!
He actually just dashes into the brush. He now Doctom's there! The magical journey cannot be taken by the Bard again! And Doctom actually goes on over. I don't know about that one, as the Equalizer is going to do absolutely nothing at all. Peter finds his angle in, and Zeka, absolutely no hope. He goes golden to see his death for a few moments, but no chance is he taking down this Corki. And now Zeus is going to fall as well. KT officially going to dismantle the orange tank here in game one. It was going to be too much, but as it turns out, not to be the case. Cuz having a really good time.
I can't believe that the running gag of Perfect getting side lane ganked is now turned around on Hanwha.
I mean, what has been one of the greatest achievements from Doran this season? It has been dying as Gwen in side lanes and winning the game.
Keen's done it a bunch of times as well.
Well, Keen doesn't necessarily die. That's the problem.
No, he does like twice.
Yeah.
Well, that's my problem, is like, with 2 inhibits down, 1 inhib because mid is about to respawn.
Oh, Peanut finding the Cyclone here, looking to try and get into that backline, but BDD currently is untouched. Peanut is able to flash his way out, but still they're in the meat grinder, and my god, HLE finally finding the damage. The GA going to get procced here, and with Doctom dead, there is so much less damage here for KT. As BDD going to be able to pick off this bug, finds the double, and HLE, they thought they had an angle as Viper somehow miraculously able to get himself out as the Deadly Flourish is going to connect. And Peanut, why are we pressing B?
But then they made the lethal mistake of underestimating BDD. As, that's a big miss.
He calls it as soon as he goes in. He's like, keep going, Realm Warp in, Realm Warp in. Cover me.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Also,
push towards top.
like the realm warp.
Doing the thing. It is crazy as now Zeka
circle.
does find perfect. Zeus is here. He's holding the trigger button. Finally, the equalizer does go down. The exhaust comes through and down goes perfect. Flash out to avoid the tempered fate as now the redemption comes in and cuz he'll find Delight. That's going to be the first kill back here for KT as now Zeka has been isolated. Eats the rune prison though very nicely as the knock-up comes through onto Viper. It's not enough to do the damage as Zeus just pops like a balloon. Zeka going to follow suit and Doctorm will find the damage as the Realm Warp delivers only BDD to underneath a very low turret. And KT, I think this may have just been it.
Diabolical coach cam as they are sitting there in agony.
The amount of sweat in that room must be a ridiculous amount of sweat in that room. That was not great by the script, not gonna lie to you. As look at the KT fans,
wait,
no
enthusiasm,
nothing at all. As yeah, he has managed to take down the wave, but he is still going to die as KT, they've got a super minion here. That's gonna be game one, and KT will be able to take a game from one of the teams in the top 3 of the Legend group.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.